Hi guys, this is Ratchet Throw, and we are playing Criminal Case Elite Mode, Case 1, God Save the Prince. Let's unlock Chapter 2 and... Right, the Queen wants to meet us. Commander Katarina, you have to come with me at once. The Queen wants to speak to you. The Queen of England wants to speak to us? Man, we must be in trouble. She must know we are busy investigating her grandson's murder. What happens if we don't go? The castle has plenty of dungeons. Follow me. Oh gee. Can't say no to Queen then. Her Majesty will see you shortly. Wait here and don't touch anything. There's that famous British politeness for you. Katarina, you're right. If this is the Queen's castle, then the victim lived here too. Do you think there might be some clues here? Come on, let's have a look around while we wait for the Queen. Yeah, let's do this. Be on your best behavior, be on your best behavior. All eyes for Her Majesty Queen Mary III. So, you're investigating our grandson's murder. We'll be keeping a very close eye on the investigation. The killer, when caught, must be brought to us. Man, we can't do that. This is in the Middle Ages. We have rules and... we are the law. We want this killer caught and brought before us before we finish our afternoon tea. They will pay for this terrible crime. Is that clear? Okay, so Your Majesty, can you tell us anything about your grandson? Did he have enemies? Would anyone wish him harm? Enemies? Preposterous. Everyone adored Albert. Servants, the public, his family. When I taught him how to ride a horse, even his pony adored him. Now away with you, and bring us this killer. You're not going to have us beheaded if we don't, are you? We are not amused. Oh gee. Rest in peace, Elizabeth. Alright, let's look around the castle. What a place, Katarina. Could you imagine living here? It must be like being an exhibit in a museum. Okay. But I gotta say, there's some cool stuff. Look at those suits of armor, and that sword you picked up. You wanna have a duel? On guard. Maybe later, Jack. That's the princess crown on the hill, too. And what are those blue crystals on it? They can't be jewels. Better collect a sample. I'm gonna level with you. I don't know much about books, so you're going to have to tell me why you picked up that one up. Oh right, someone's ripped a page out. Come on, I'll get you Dusty Keys so we can find out what was written there. Okay. Katarina, our science is creating a new device to collect substances. We're pretty proud of it. It vacuums off samples from any surface. I thought we could use it on those crystals. Don't worry if you don't get all the particles first time around. Not everyone is as good at using it as me. But good luck anyway. Alright, that's the first time in a criminal case that we used a vacuum. There we go. Katarina! How did you collect those crystals so quickly? You're an absolute natural. I'm good. That's what I know. I'll let you rest whilst I take this sample to Lars. Let's see if he finds anything interesting about these blue crystals you found on that sword. Okay. Six hours. Now this book. When beggars die, there are no... What was it? I can't read it. You were right, Katarina. You retrieved text from the missing page of that book you found in the castle. What does when beggars die, there are no comets seen mean? I guess you should get this to the pawn to decipher. Let me just grab a very strong coffee first. Ah, so you don't fall asleep. What are these blue crystals from the sword? Katarina, what do you think of this lyric for a song? She had eyes like blue crystals. Really cool. Like a hot summer sunshine across a swimming pool. Okay, I'd say. Lars isn't just an awesome forensic scientist, he's also in an epic metal band. How cool is that? Thanks, man. I'm sure Katarina doesn't want to talk about death metal. You want to talk about those blue crystals you found on the Victus' sword. Those crystals are calcium hypochlorite. They're an old-fashioned cleaning product. Thing is, they're poisonous, and I found traces of the same poison used to kill your victim. Oh! What? We need to find out who was using these cleaning crystals on that sword. I checked who does the cleaning at the castle. It's a chambermaid called Enid Grimshaw. Katarina, I think you need to talk to her. Okay. Alright, now the message. Oh, Katarina. Wherefore art thou, Katarina? Is this a clue I see before me? Quit talking in riddles, DuPont. What have you got on this message Katarina found in the castle? Code Dommage, you didn't pay attention at school, Archer. Then you'd have been able to recognize this message is from your killer. What? How did you work that out? When beggars die, there are no comets seen is a quote from Shakespeare's play, Julius Caesar. But the next line is, the heavens themselves blaze forth the death of princess. The death of princess? This Shakespeare quote is about dead princess, like her victim. And I took the liberty of asking that garçon in forensics to check that book. He found traces of tea and horsehair. It's your curious message, Katarina. I swear it. This means just one thing. You're looking for a killer who quotes Shakespeare. Doesn't anybody in England? Jeez, I was afraid the poet was about to recite the whole of Romeo and Juliet. Hey, you're right. The killer is such a Shakespeare fan. They must have spent a lot of time in that theater. Let's go check it out again. Alright. Let's go to... How do you pronounce it? Enid? Okay, I'll go with Enid. Am I in trouble? Honestly, I never done anything wrong in all my life. You're not in trouble, Miss Grimshaw. I wanted to ask you about Prince Albert's murder. It's just... Can I get you some tea? I usually have a fresh pot on around now. Miss Grimshaw, we gotta... have some cake. Maybe I can find some cake. Miss Grimshaw, we're here to ask you about Prince Albert's murder. You use a lot of poisonous chemicals when you're cleaning this castle. Have any gone missing? Not that I know of. Are you saying I stole something? I'm no thief, I swear. I never steal from the prince. He was such a good bastard. He was so nice. Who would want to kill him? Katrina, I think this is a dead end. And a woman crying is like my greatest fear. Let's get out of here. Alright, gee. We're not gonna get anything out of her. Alright, let's investigate the theater again. Oh, a message for us from the pigeon. Huh. Why in God's name did you pick up a disease-ridden, mangy old pigeon? Get this thing off me! Squawk, son of a... That was horrible. Turns out it was a carrier pigeon. I got this scroll off its back. You better clean up the message on it. It's all faded. I need to clean up too. Can I use that toilet paper you found? No? It's a clue. Okay then, better put the pieces back together then. I don't know, have a handkerchief. I think every gentleman around here has it. Okay, let's dust the scroll. The prince is finally dead and a coded message then. Damn, Katria, the scroll you found on that pigeon said the prince is finally dead. Someone was sending a message about Prince Albert. You're right, it looks like there's some kind of code at the bottom of the message. Do you think you could decipher it? Okay. Okay, now let's restore this, whatever that is. Rupert and Albert. Oh. Nice job, Katrina. So those trophies you found at the theater make a painting of some rich kids. Ah, you're right. It's a painting of Prince Albert and Count Rupert when they were younger. Their names are on it. Good idea, but the looks of this picture, they weren't the best of pals. Let's go speak to that Count again. Alright. I really don't like him, so... Great job, you worked out the code on that pigeon's scroll in no time. We have a hacker working for us back at the bureau. Elliot's, a little weird. Well, we better get this code to him. Okay. "18 hours. Now let's go to Rupert again. So, Mr. Rupert, Katrina found this painting of you and the victim. Does it look like you were best friends? Does it? Oh, you found that, did you? One did order for that to be destroyed. Well, one's supposed to want the truth. The truth is, Albert was a downright bully. One despised him. Oh, everyone thought he was Prince Charming, but underneath all the smiles, he was more like Prince Charmless. When we were younger, Albert bullied one frightfully. He made all the servants call me Poopert. He was poured hot tea over my head. Every time one drinks a cup of Earl Grey, one remembers the indignity. At boarding school, Albert trained our polo pony to rear up when one tried to ride it. It was too much. You hated him because he picked on you? That's what cousins do. It's normal. One is not normal. One is royalty. As Shakespeare says, as jewels lose their glory if neglected, so princes their renown if not respected. One demands respect. Respect doesn't come with birth, Your Majesty. It's earned. Oh, well, we'll see about that. Well, it could be you. What does this number mean? Oh, Archer, shouldn't you be at the gym, pretty boy? And who's this you're with? Didn't know you were dating someone. Nicely done. Very funny, Elliot. this is Katarina. Are you a detective? So why not grow a personality and be helpful? So you're the one who brought me this code. Thanks for that. I needed something to get me to sleep. It was so boring. It's a simple substitution code. A child could have cracked it. It spells out the name Klaus Waistband. Oh. That's got to be Brother Klaus. So he was the one who wrote that message celebrating the prince's death. Right, let's get some answers from that mad monk. See you later, brains. Cheers, Archer. Hope you catch your killer or whatever. Okay. Let's go to Brother Klaus then. I see you have returned. What do you want, heathens? You interrupted my dinner of moldy crackers and a cold tea. Brother Klaus, explain this message. You were happy that the prince was dead? You cannot shame me. When you told me the prince was dead, I was delighted. I sent my favorite carrier pigeon with that message to a fellow believer to celebrate the news. That prince was a symbol of everything that is evil in this country. Inherited power, sin-loving freedom. He had to be destroyed if a new order is to be created. Destroyed? Are you confessing? You were here to create a new order? How dare you! I don't kill. I'm just a messenger. No, some other righteous soul removed Albert. Messenger? Spreading fear and relishing murder? What else have you got planned? Blowing up Parliament? As Shakespeare says, when sorrows come, they come not single spies, but as battalions. My mission hasn't even begun. Oof, I don't like him. Have we stepped back in time, Katrina? Castles, swords, and man monks? Any minute now, Robin Hood is going to swing through the window and tell us he killed Prince Albert. So, Prince Albert was murdered with poisonous gas on London Street by a tea-drinking, horse-riding, Shakespeare-quoting killer. If you ask me, we should just arrest Brother Klaus. That mad monk confessed to be delighted that the prince was dead. Yeah, it's not enough for a conviction. What about Count Rupert and the Queen? Could this be a royal plot? Damn, my nose. You're right, perhaps we should tread carefully with royalty. There's no telling what they might do. All rise for His Majesty, Prince Rupert of England. What? Prince Rupert? I thought he was just Count Rupert. Ha ha ha, that little piece-head. Don't you see, as heir to the throne, one is now prince. And what has come to make you pay for insulting us? Guards, arrest Commander Katrina and Jack Archer. Whoa! Whoa, whoa, whoa. For what? Alright, we're gonna stop here. We're gonna continue playing in chapter 3. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget to leave a like to this video, and I'll see you again. Goodbye!